Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is the Big Texan. Of course, I review toys that I pick up, mainly wrestling action figures, but as you can see from behind you, from behind me, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I'm actually interested in. You know, of course, Marvel, Batman, G.I. Joe's, He-Man. You know, I'm pretty much interested in everything that I used to collect or watch as a kid. So I pick up little things here and there. A friend of mine who has a toy store here in Belleville actually posted a couple pictures, and I was able to see those pictures, and it was a bunch of pictures of LJNs, and I was looking at this picture, and there was one that I needed, and so I went ahead and stopped in to his place of business, and it's called I Had That, not to be confused with the YouTube channel called Oh I Had That. This is just I Had That. So if you're ever in Belleville or you're ever at a SICW show, we wrestle here in Belleville, stop in at I Had That, which is just a retro toy store. But the toy, the LJN in the picture of the ones that I needed was this Andre right here. This Andre is the short hair, of course. I have the long hair. There's another version of him with short hair with the black singlet. I'm still on the hunt for that one. That one's a little bit more expensive. But from his picture, I knew I had to come into that store and pick this guy up. It was a really decent price. All of his toys there are pretty decent on the price. He's pretty good. And so while I was there, I went ahead and looked around his shop, and I picked up a couple other things. There's an old Rey Mysterio from WCW days. He's got that button on the back, does a little kicking action. I don't have a whole lot from WCW, so I'm kind of picking up toys here and there when I see them. I try to get them in good shape. A lot of these figures, they like to rub off on their paint and stuff. So I try to get them in the best shape as possible, and he looks pretty good to me. So I was able to pick him up, and I picked up one that I actually have, but I have a mint in box. And I wanted to have another one that I can actually display in the cabinet with the loose figures. So I picked up King Harley Race. You know, I love Harley Race. I met him many of times. For SICW, he used to come in all the time and help us out, add to the storylines. And Harley Race, I always talk about, I had the best conversation with him. In our locker room, there's another room inside the locker room, and he was sitting at a table all by himself, waiting to be introduced later on in the evening, and to come out and shake hands and kiss babies and all that. But he was in this room all by himself, and I just got done reading a bunch of books. I'm an avid reader, and I love autobiographies. And so I was talking to, I just came in, introduced myself, sat down, and wanted to pick his brain. And that's the best thing you can do in the locker room if a legend or anyone who's been in the business longer than you, sit down, have a conversation with them, pick their brain, always try to learn. And Harley Race, I asked him a few questions, but one question I asked specifically, I asked, what was your favorite place to work? And he thought about it, and I actually told his son this, Justin Race, when he was on our podcast, the Squared Ring podcast. And he told me, he goes, Japan. And I was, that had me thinking, like, why Japan? Why is that the best place that you worked? And he said that you had to know your craft to work in Japan. Because in some places in Japan, it was rude for them to cheer or boo you during the match. And how you know you did your job is at the end of the match, they either stood up and cheered and clapped, and that's how you know you did a good job, or they booed you at the end of the match. but you actually had to know your craft and do your job inside the ring to get to the end to find out if you did it, did it right and got the outcome that you wanted. So very cool guy. We never got to work a program with him, but met him on various occasions. He was always very cool. Always found the time to talk to you, especially after the first couple times of meeting him. He knew who I was, and we just would click and talk about everything in the world. Very cool guy. But I also picked up one other thing. I pick up gargoyles whenever I see them. So this one I picked up thinking that it belonged to the cartoon series, The Gargoyles, but it doesn't. It actually belongs to Tales from the Crypt, and that just makes it cooler in my book. Love the wings, love the look, very cool gargoyle. So those were the purchases that I wanted to make. And then him, the owner of the store, knowing that I love wrestling, he goes, "Hey, I got something I've never had before in the store, and I think you'll like it." And I was like, "Okay, what is it?" And he goes, "It's a Rowdy Piper." He goes, "I consider it a grail." And he goes, "I think you would too." And so he pulls out this bag and then pulls out this guy right here. And to me, this is a grail. This is from the LJN line, but it's the bigger size guys. They only made him and they made Hulk Hogan. I have two of the Hulk Hogans, but I never had a Piper. Always wanted a Piper. Always too much money. He gave me a good price on him, so I picked him up. He's very hard to find with his belt, his kilt, and his shirt. Sometimes you can find him himself, still for a pretty penny, but he doesn't have any accessories. So this guy has it all, has everything, and I think he is such a cool figure. So he's going to be up on top of the cabinet. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have to redo the top of the cabinets because of the next item I'm going to show you. But he's definitely going to be on the top of the cabinet, him and Hulk Hogan. Definitely a cool pickup, and the guy knew me so well. And of course, when I had that in my hand, and he knows that I collect LJNs, and he knows that I had a lot. I almost had the whole complete collection before, and then I had to sell it, and then some other things happened. But I had what I'm going to show you, and I still have my original one, but it's in two pieces, totally very crappy looking. And so this one he gave me for a damn good price. It was actually a steal. It had a whole bunch of markings all over it. The ropes are loose. As a matter of fact, I got them soaking right now, trying to clean them up, especially the white rope. I was able to clean up the ring, and I love how it turned out. So this is the big boy, the LJN ring. Like I said, I used to have one, but mine actually broke in half, and it's actually all brown too, because these things stain pretty easy. It had a whole bunch of markings, I mean, all over the place. But thanks to YouTube, I watched a video with a Pacific product they use to clean these. And I tell you, within minutes, this thing looked like a wreck to how it looks now. This thing is so cool looking. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and clear off one of the tops of these cabinets, put this big boy on it, get the ropes dry, put the ropes back on it, and yeah, I might have to get, because they make new ropes, because it did, become very loose, and I tied this on there just to get the blue one going. So I might have to go get those new ropes to put back on here, but definitely a cool pickup. and I can't wait to start working on the new display on the top of the cabinet with these. And I'll probably throw some big rubber guys in there, mix them in with some LJNs. It's going to be very cool up here, and I can't wait to show it to you. But if you like this kind of content, like I always say, please like, subscribe, and comment. I love the feedback that I get off the videos, and I try to 99% I comment on all the videos. If you leave a comment, I'm gonna give you a comment right back. So please do. I love the feedback. If there's anything you need me to change in the videos, or you don't like how I'm doing things, let me know that too. I'm always up for change. But thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you at the next video. Have a good night.